IndieBudgetMovieMaker.com, where we're going to show you how you can make your own short film or videos without spending a lot of money.
Of our clip, let's go ahead and put the crazy eyeball guy here. And let's start right here as a starting point, and let's go to the point where we get a good view of that creepy eyeball. That's going to be our out point. Let's go to the end of the video once again, select an endpoint, hit splice, and that's added. Let's go ahead and zoom out so we got more room. Set a new endpoint, and let's get old Dracula involved here, old Nosferatu. There you go. Let's have him walking in the door. Frame back. Frame forward. Okay, right there. I want that to be my endpoint. Let's play. Okay, that's enough there. Got a new endpoint and hit splice. Now it's into the timeline. Let's grab the screaming skull. Sometimes the video does not want to load too easily, but once you see the white box there that's highlighted, your new clip is now loaded into the viewer. And let's start right here, and we'll watch the skull come out of the water, and we'll set that as our out point. Go here, select a new endpoint, hit splice, and we've loaded our video there. Let's take a look at our compositor. Here, let's go to the beginning, hit play. So about 3 seconds in, our video starts. We've got Betty Page, got the guy with the eyeball problem, and now we've got old Nosferatu. Okay, so that's good enough. Now let's go ahead and put some transitions in here. Let's do some video transitions. Let's go with the shape wipe. We'll put that between Betty. Let's click on it. Now right click, and this gives you controls. How long do you want the transition to take effect? You can toggle it on and off. Hit detach, remove it. Let's click on show, and you can select which image you're going to use in your shape wipe, and I'll show you here. Let's go with the Helix 2. Close that. Let's go right here on the timeline. Hit play. And there's your transition there. And let's go with the flash to go right in here. That, and you've got the flash transition. Right click just to show you your controls. And let's see here. Let's go to this one here, and let's go with the wipe transition and show you what we look like with that. And it wipes across there. So we've got some transitions in there. Now let's go ahead and load a video effect. Let's go ahead where Betty Page is, and let's desaturate her here. It's the circle one, hue saturation. Now then, I can either put it on the entire track, like I did there, and that covers everything in the entire track. I'm going to hit Z to back out of that. Or I can just get individual clips. And sometimes they don't want to load right off the bat. Let's go ahead and go there. See how the box there and just that one small portion is, and let's drop it there, and then you can see, let's zoom in on the timeline there, and your video effects are keyframeable, meaning let's go to the very beginning. So right now this is desaturated. Let's go ahead and bring up our controls here. Let's slide the saturation. Let's oversaturate her there, and then about halfway into the clip, let's have Miss Betty go to black and white. And let's go a little bit further down and bring her back to normal there. Okay, so if you want, you can slide these keys around. So wherever you were, whatever setting you had there for that point will move to that new time. So let's go ahead and play. We got the red Betty, now we got the black and white Betty, and now we got the normal colored Betty. There we go. So let's go with the, let's put aging TV on the eyeball guy. And that gives you some grain and some film effects there, and we can click on that, and that really doesn't have any controls as well. If you wish to change the time that your effect is applied, you can drag and drop accordingly. Alright, let's scroll on over and let's do something with Dracula here, and let's do a reverse video on old Nosferatu here. It's enabled, and what I did is did a mirror image, did a flip-flop there, and then we'll go with the skull, and let's do the skull as an oil painting effect here. There we go, and let's click onto that. And that gives it a modeled appearance. Alright, so we've got our effects there. Let's go ahead and add some music to it. Show you how to add a music track. It's fairly simple. Let's go ahead and load new files. And let's go here. All files. Let's go with Cold Black Heart. We're going to just go ahead and create new resources. Click apply, and Cold Black Heart is in our resources box. Now if I wanted to, I could take this here and drop it into the viewer, play it and splice it according to where I want to, but nope, I'm just going to go ahead and drag it and drop it right onto the timeline here, and the song is much longer than the video that we're working on. Now I've got a couple of ways that I can shorten this. I can just drag and drop, or if I want to, I can highlight the area here, press delete on my keyboard, and it's gone. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Okay, I want to fade the audio in here. Now that's where the gang faders come into effect here. I'm going to click on my fader bar here, and you see when I click, we're going to put the same control on all 4 tracks. I'm going to deselect the gang fader on audio track 1 and 2 because I don't want to fade that in. Let's go to tracks 3 and 4 here. We're fading in, and then we're fading out. So we've got our video clips loaded, we've applied some effects, we've loaded up some music, we've got some transitions. Let's go ahead and render this baby here. You're going to want to go to File, Render, and let's go ahead and put this on the desktop, and we're going to save it as QuickTime for Linux. Puts it in an MOV file. You get pretty big files that way. I recommend staying away from raw DV unless you know what you're doing, or you need raw DV, because you get some huge files with that. The MOV files can be are pretty good. You don't have a lot of compression with it. Okay, now we have our insertion strategy. Do you want to insert it on the timeline? You can render it, put it on your timeline, or just save it. You can also select the range that you want to render. Do you want to highlight only part of your track and render just the selection, or render the whole project? We're going to render the whole project. Go ahead and click the green arrow, and here in the lower right hand corner you have your progress bar, and in your compositor you will see the progress as it goes along here. Alright, once you have it rendered, you should be able to open it and play it.
And I just want to say a great big thank you to each and every one of you for dropping by today. Now, y'all drive careful, come back and see us, and you can always check out our website,